You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you, Smalls? I don't think anything about this is easy, Coda. I laugh, turning over and finally getting my shirt back. I try to maintain my stance and not fight like Elena suggested, but Cam starts towards me again. Cam swipes at me and we are now both throwing and dodging punches. Being a foot taller than me makes it weird for both of us. He has to aim correctly so he doesn't hit me in the face every single time, and I have to aim higher than normal to hit him anywhere other than in the family jewels. I have decided I rather like them and would like them to function beyond today's training. He's backing me up and I can feel Coda behind me and Oliver to my right now. They are trying to corral me. I let them get a little closer, thinking they have me. My wolf and I dig in and feel the magic just hanging out deep in my chest, like it was just waiting to be called on. It starts slow, unsure, like it's attached to my emotions. I know we won't hurt them, but that is always a concern. I never want to hurt anyone unintentionally. I have plenty of people to take my wrath out on that deserve it. I let go of the fear. I have to trust my magic and my wolf to know the difference between people who I care about and people who are enemies. The wind starts to pick up, and I can feel the specks of dirt as they pass me to start encircling my guys. What the hell? Oliver catches on first. Of course he does. I try not to let him get too far into his realization, so I just amp up the dust storm. It's amazing. I'm in the middle of it, but the flying debris doesn't seem to bother me at all. I can see all of them, like looking through water, but they are all struggling, arms over their faces, and ducked down to avoid dirt clods pelting them. It seems I have it contained around the three of them, though. Sweet. Try to make your sphere around them smaller. Force them to the ground. With your size, this puts them at a disadvantage and in a cage of sorts. Elena coaches me through trapping them, and now I smile. This is so much fun, and so far, it's easier than fighting. We'll see how I feel when it's all over. I think of packing a snowball, keeping my hands domed and pressing in, making it tighter and more compact. The three of them get closer and closer, eventually squatting down looking like the tiny animals Elena intended when my wolf and I finally let them up. Oh, damn, Biddy. You're going to have to teach me that one. Oliver brushes dust out of his hair. Definitely not fair with the multi-element sneak attack, Smalls. Dakota smiles at me. But I like that you can pin people down and out of the way. Is it stupid that I know you are a beast and I still worry about your safety? It kind of makes my head spin. He grabs me in a hug and plants a dusty kiss on my cheek. No, it's not stupid. She's special. We will always worry about her safety. She's our alpha mate, but also our Luna, the one person we can't live without. I turn in Coda's arms. Cam is talking to him, but looking into my eyes, and I am locked there. He brushes his thumb across my cheek. Even covered in dirt and whatever else she threw at us today, she's perfect. Hey, back off, you had your day. No goo-goo eyes for you. Dakota pulls me further into him, and I laugh. I was just getting some dirt off of her face that you put there, that's all. He just smiles, and I stop breathing. Man, these men of mine and their little panty-melting half-smiles. I am such a sucker. Well, it's my turn to clean her up or get her dirty, so just step right on back to your magic training. They both laugh, and Dakota starts to turn me around when we bump into Oliver. That's the only time I don't register a presence next to me. When they are trying to and succeeding in riling me up with their ability to turn my hormones from 0 to 100. Cam's right, though. You are perfect, and we will worry about you no matter what badassery you can do. Never forget that. Oliver rubs his thumb over my other cheek, like he's leaving a little piece of himself with me when he walks away to work with Cam, Elena, and Gentry. No offense, little bit, but I am so glad I don't have to share. Sam laughs at us, wrapping Sierra up in his arms. I just roll my eyes. Of course, he would need to be the center of attention in his mate's world. She doesn't even acknowledge his comment, though. So sweet. Does it take a ton of energy to maintain? I know the pentagram magic made you weak and almost unconscious. Sierra asks. I see so much of her mom in her now that I have met her parents. She can't help being curious. That one didn't feel too bad. More like stretching a muscle I don't use very often than an energy drain. Not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to watch you fight the three of them. I don't know if I can look past the little sister thing, but it is fun to watch you put all of them in their places at the same time. Mateo laughs and gives me a hug. We are going to head out, though. We are running in the next patrols, and I want to get some sleep in while I still have the chance. He takes Gina's hand and starts to lead her away, but she hesitates and stops to give me a hug. We really need an actual girls' day when we aren't under an indefinite, imminent threat. I miss you, she whispers in my ear. I hugged her. Miss you too, and I agree. Go, make my brother happy and calm, I whisper back. She giggles and lets him drag her off. I get the sentiment. I want to hang out with just her and Sierra and Lil, but I also cannot even fathom being out of sight of my mates right now. It's weird being of two minds about it. Lil and Sierra both hug me too, then head off with Sam. I think we have had enough training for one day. What do you say we eat and then get cleaned up and just see where the rest of the day takes us? Coda picks me up and spins me so I'm facing him with my legs sitting comfortably on his hips. And just like that, he throws my need to keep them all in my sights out the window with the deep look of desire in his eyes. I think I like the sound of that plan. I screech and then laugh as he takes off out of the arena. He ran all the way to the pack house, straight through the front doors and out the back patio door. I braced myself for being thrown in the pool, but he veered off to the left and around to a side I've never had a need to go to before. It has a fence, and I always assumed it was where practical things were stored and hidden away from the pretty aesthetic that Ava had. I was wrong. What is this? I asked, completely taken aback by the beauty of the space. It doesn't even look like it belongs here. Just past the fence, which is easily 8 feet tall, so I can't see a thing over it, but I'm sure the top of this wonderful greenhouse can be seen by my guys and a normal-sized wolf. It is a glass box framed by thick black metal supports. It probably looks like a giant spider from above with each and every wall glass or whatever clear material was used. In each pane I can see green leaves, like a rainforest is inside. The windows are streaked with water that collected from the air. It is probably the size of the room I called mine for a little while on the 3rd floor, which is not to say it's small, but it looks comfortable. Dakota lets me down, but takes my hand and leads me in, letting the gate shut and latch behind us. This was my mom and dad's place. He built it for her, with his own 2 hands. All her favorite plants and flowers are here, and no one was ever allowed in here, until now. He stops at the door and looks back at me. Wait, you've never been in here? Cam's never been in here? We should all go in together, shouldn't we? Sweetness, he knows I'm bringing you here. They both do, and we will come here all together at some point. But I want some time with you, and I know that you will love this. My mom loved this, and she loves you, and she wants you to have this. No one but the 2 of them were allowed in here. We have the same rule. She cleaned and maintained everything. It's the one escape that no one but those of us in the pack house knew about. I know that you like your safe space and your alone time, and we want you to have this, all 3 of us. But I really want to open this door now, okay? I feel apprehensive getting to experience something so special and personal when Cam hasn't yet, but Dakota's face is so cute. He is so excited to give this to me, and I have to believe that he talked to Cam and Oliver about this. They wouldn't keep secrets like that from each other. I squeeze his hand and nod. He opens the water-speckled door and my jaw drops. It is an oasis. That's the only thing that comes to mind. A tropical oasis. A river-stone path leads into the space. About 5 feet in the path divides to the left and right around the edge of a long, thin pool. To one side of the pool is a sitting area with Ava's signature cushy chairs and couch with a table for small snacks and drinks. I bet this spot gets great morning sunlight. I will have to test that theory soon. The other side features many plants and flowers. Some are set in the big planting boxes lining the walls and probably built to open right into the ground. Others seem more delicate and have their own pots. I move to the left first where the plants are, gliding my hand gently over each one. I think every color is represented here, but it is obvious that Ava's favorite color is pink. At the far edge of the greenhouse is a waterfall that circulates the water in the pool. It smells amazing, not like chlorine or chemicals, but like fresh water, and it is so calming. I raise my hand up, and without even thinking, I start to play with the water, pulling droplets up and spinning them before letting them fall back into the stream. I never thought to use the excuse to train with water in here. I could have had you in here so much sooner. Dakota whispers as he wraps one arm around my waist and the other is just above my hand, repeating the water droplet dance I just did. We move together this time, and the water dances around each other before falling back into the stream. We continue to move like this, but Dakota adds his lips to my neck and my water falters for a second. Concentrate, sweetness. We wouldn't want you to get distracted when you're training, would we? He keeps making trails from behind my ear down to where my neck and shoulder meet, and I have chills all over my body. But now that I know he's trying to distract me, it's a game I want to win. I breathe in slowly and let out a little sigh the next time he kisses behind my ear, and I tilt my hips backward, knowing what I am going to find. He gives up on the water manipulations entirely after that. But I'm not giving up just yet. He moves to glide my shirt up my body. What are you doing? I breathe out. We are the only people here. I have no idea why we are whispering, but it just doesn't seem like the place to talk loudly, let alone a normal voice volume. I need my mate naked and in the pool now. He pulls my tank over my head and rips his own shirt off. But I was just getting the hang of this. I bring a quarter-sized droplet of water up to his cheek and trail it down the side of his face, his neck angling towards the center of his chest where there is a gap between his defined muscles, and I let the droplet go. I can feel it trail slowly down the planes of his pecs and over each bumpy ridge of his abs until it reaches the waistband of his shorts. As I raise my eyes back up, I can see his chest heaving deep breaths. You didn't even touch me, and I am ready to blow. How do you do that? How can you affect me so thoroughly with a drop of water? I wouldn't be a very good mate if I didn't. It's not just that, it's you. You have always had an effect. It's just more intense now. He leans in to kiss me. He is sweet and slow, picking me up again and walking us back toward the door. I thought he would take us over to the sitting area, but he turned abruptly to the zero-depth entrance to the pool and waked us in. The water was heaven, like bath water. Warm enough to soothe muscles, but not jacuzzi hot. He just smiles. I know, sweetness, and we will get back to that, but I can't lay you down and make love to you in there. I think my heart exploded. He walks us over to the seating area and lays me down on what I thought was a couch, but up close I can see it's a very large daybed with a canopy of vines hanging from hooks in the roof. This is something we added so we can all come in here together and, relax. I laugh and kiss him. I love how you all plan ahead. Alphas, attack at the main border. We're on our way. Cam calls out. How many are there? Oliver asks. I am going to murder someone. Dakota growls as he lifts me up and looks around. He runs over to where our clothes are discarded. Here, I want you to wear this. He tosses his shirt at me. Dakota, it's fine we are going to be in our wolf form. If we have to fight in our human form, nobody gets to see you but us. I just roll my eyes at my caveman, throw the shirt on, and head to the door. We take off for the border, shifting as we go. There are a couple hundred from my guess, Nathaniel calls out. They all have red eyes. Midge, this is not going to be good, and they seem to be popping up out of nowhere, like they are stepping out of some invisible hideout. I wonder if we will get to actually see this rogue king today, or his witch, or if they are just going to keep hiding behind their hordes of warriors. Wyatt asks, Don't engage unless you have to. Let's see if they will stop and wait for us, or if they have orders to just try and kill and get killed. We put on a burst of speed and I can feel Cam and Oliver getting closer. This beacon thing with my mates is very comforting. I won't have to wonder where they are, or if they are all right at least. They caught up with us a few minutes later and I kicked it up another gear. I cannot have any more people hurt unnecessarily because of this. As we arrive, I see that Wyatt and Nathaniel weren't able to avoid fighting. Everyone is engaged with a rogue wolf. We split off and start relieving our warriors and friends. Osistan and Nicholas are in the fight too. I can't see Gentry and Elena, but I can feel them. Maybe they are hidden, giving us magical protection. Speaking of that, I reach in and connect with my magic. mentally letting it know that I will follow its lead in protecting my mates, my friends, and my warriors. I know enough about magic to treat it like a sentient being, and it will work with me effortlessly in return. A dirt wall shoots up in between Sierra and a wolf with blood on its muzzle. Someone is hurt already. I try to feel for someone in my pack that might be injured, but I can't feel anything off, so I keep going. Gina comes up on my right and flanks me as we head deeper into the fray. Everyone is fighting a rogue wolf or two, and it is chaos. These wolves are possessed like when Gina and I broke out of captivity. They have no care for their personal well-being. They have no mind of their own. I don't want to hurt them. Deep down, I know this is just another form of abuse and manipulation, but I also can't help the people I care about if I let them live. They are here to do one thing: kill all of us, or I guess all of them, and take me captive. Lil meets up with Gina and I, and it's like old times running missions for the elite warriors. We fall back into familiar habits and training. We attack head-on, not letting anyone get in between us. This triangle formation has probably saved us more times than anything. All sides are covered while we continue in a forward motion while taking out as many rogues as we can. Sierra catches up to us as we approach the section of land that connects our peninsula to the mainland. All the fighting seems to be behind us, and a sense of dread drapes over me slowly like thick slime. I want to turn around and run back to my pack members, but my wolf presses us forward. We need to finish this, and I can't act like a scared little girl. I need to be the alpha I was chosen to be. Biddy, where the fuck are you? I can't see you, and your pull is faint. What happened? We're on the other side of the fighting, crossing onto the mainland. I can feel the magic coming just past our borders. Gina, Sierra, and Lil are with me. Keep working through the rogues. We have this. The fuck you do. Get your ass back here, Smalls. Dakota, watch your tone. I am not a helpless little girl. Mate or not, I am a warrior who will protect my pack. I am not alone. I have my team with me. The same team that I have been working with for years. You do your job and I will do mine. Tiny, I can barely feel you, and it hurts. What is going on? You shouldn't be in pain. I'm not leaving or being taken. Handle those fucking rogues and come after us. This is going to be unpleasant. I can feel the magic surrounding a grove of trees. The closer we get, the more I can see the shimmer of a mirage surrounding them. What are you looking at, Midge? Lil asks, so only the four of us can have this conversation. They, no doubt, heard my fight with my mates, who were too panicked to have a private conversation. Can't you see the shimmer on the trees? That has to be where the Rogue King and Adriel or both are hiding. Whoa, slow your tits, Alpha. We are not running in there blind. Lil's wolf jumps in front of me. We have to get some kind of feel for this place first. Your mates are already going to skin us alive for letting you come out here without them, and I am sure Mateo and Sam have expressed similar sentiments. Sam may have mentioned taking a page out of Mike's book and wants to chain me up when we get back. We all laugh at Sierra, because I wouldn't put it past Sam to try or Sierra to enjoy it. Can you guys see it, though? That's my biggest question right now. If I'm the only one who can see the magic, then maybe I'm the only one who can get past it. You can stop that train right now. You may be able to put your mates in their places, but that hot alpha girl routine will not work here. You go in with us or not at all. Got it. What I was saying, asshole, is that we need to figure out if you can go in with me. I don't have a death wish, Lillian. Can you see the magic? I feel cold, like something is off, but I don't see anything. What am I looking for? Lil asks. I see the haze on the trees, but I don't feel anything. Sierra's wolf looks at us. The sound has changed. Gina steps next to me. Like when I am here next to you, the only thing I can hear is us. But back here. She trots about 15 feet behind me. I can hear all of you and the warriors' conversations too. I just don't know if that is a Midge thing, a Rogue King proximity thing, or a spell on the area thing. Who knows, but we can't wait for the guys. We need to check this out. Now. Well, you sure as shit aren't going first, just in case that magic is designed to trap you. Lil steps forward ahead of me, and every fiber of my being wants to pull her back by her tail and jump in front, but I know she's right. Someone else has to test it, although the thought that she might get hurt, or worse from it, makes me want to throw up. I nod at her and Gina steps in front of me. What are you doing? I can't keep the snark out of my voice. If it's a trap, she shouldn't be in there alone, and it shouldn't be you. You need to be out here working on how to get us the back out. I will go in with Lil. If we can pass back through to you, then you and Sierra can follow. If it closes behind you, Sierra can still call for backup. I don't hate this plan, I say begrudgingly. I chose them as my found family when I needed one, and now they are my permanent family and my team. I have to trust their judgment now, just like every other mission we have ever been on. Lil steps through first, muttering a continuous stream of profanities so I can tell if I can still hear her link on the other side. No problem so far. I nod at Gina, who moves to the edge of the trees where Lil disappeared. She steps forward, and once 2 paws are past the tree line, she also disappears. I give them a minute to gauge their surroundings and report back. While we wait, I turn to Sierra. When are you going to make your announcement? Does Sam know? Announce what? What are you talking about? I just look at her waiting for her to come clean. She doesn't usually keep secrets, but the longer my wolf and I look at her, the more we realize she has no idea. Sierra, when was your heat? My wolf sits on her butt. The other 2 are muttering to each other on the other side of the magic. I tune them out. This is important, especially if we go in there and get captured. She just looks at me for a second, and then her wolf's eyes go wide. Last week, but how did you know that I had it? Your scent has changed. I noticed earlier, but I thought maybe it was just being around everyone and all the hormone stuff going on with me finding my mates, but I can still smell the difference now. What are you saying, Skylar? She slowly sinks down on her haunches next to me. That I have a suspicion, and you need to be careful in here and not give them a reason to harm you unnecessarily or use you and my niece or nephew as bait. The other girls didn't say anything, and I assume Sam hasn't either, meaning it's really early and I can tell because I'm your alpha or because my sense of smell has always been more intense. It shouldn't be a problem in there, but all this is new for me too. I just didn't want you to go in there and not know, just in case someone we come across has the same senses as me. She leans into me, tucking her furry head under my wolf's chin, which only works in this form, since we are closer to the same size. We should tell the girls too. No, they'll just worry more, and I am kind of freaking out enough for everyone right now. That's kind of the point. We are all important and necessary, not just me. You are currently carrying our future. We can't have secrets. That will only give them ammunition to use against us. Let's go get this over with, so we have a future to be in. Are you 2 coming or not? Lil finally gets through to me. Yep, we have an amendment to the plan. What are you talking about? I'm kind of done with twists to the plan. Gina grumbles. We have an additional passenger. It's a new development and we are all sworn to secrecy. Midge, enough with the riddles. Spit it out and get over here. I can smell at least 10 wolves, meaning they run a patrol or hang out here for some reason. We need to find cover. Sierra's pregnant. Don't let anything happen to her, and don't let anyone else know about it, including the guys. I think I am the only one who can smell it, but that doesn't mean the Rogue King or Adriel won't know, and they will both use it against us if they find out. I finish as we step through one at a time. I know they would make a half-assed effort to make her stay behind to protect her, but she is a warrior, and carrying a child isn't a good enough reason to stop what we are doing right now. We won't have a home to raise our kids in if we don't stop these 2 psychopaths, and she is safer with us than trying to make it back to the guys who will be distracted at her coming back without us, causing more problems. Their wolves both jump at Sierra, rubbing up against her and congratulating her. Zero fear or hesitations. This is what makes this group of women the best. Just because we are women isn't going to stop us from doing what we need to do to protect our pack, including being on the front lines. We move about 20 feet into the cover of the trees, getting out of sight the best we can. I can't tell that anything's different, so that's good at least. We can hope it's just you and your freak sense of smell. Gina laughs at me, but I give her a stern look. She should have had her heat by now. I wonder if she might be expecting too, but I notice my sense of smell is off here now that we have moved away from the border. I can't smell Sierra's scent at all anymore, or the others. Magic's being used against us right now, that's for sure. Stay close. They are all on high alert now, and we walk forward. The grove is still a grove. I wasn't sure what I expected walking through the veil of magic, a castle or creepy-looking house at the very least, but it is still just the forest that we saw from the other side. Tight clusters of trees making small natural pathways through the trees. Looking around, there are several paths, all leading toward the same point. I assume the center is what we will find if we follow. Naturally, we veer off the beaten path parallel to what looks like the most used path and stalk through the brambles and bushes as close to the ground as possible. All right, now you're just showing off. Do we all get the camouflage thing, or is that just you and your mates? Gina mumbles at me. I have no idea. I can't even tell that we are turning it on and off. I can see you all. Can you see me? What does it actually look like? When you move, you kind of shimmer, but if you stay really still, your fur blends in completely. I can still feel you, though. I know exactly where you are, but I can't smell anyone. I assume that's how you know magic is being used against us. Lil follows up. All of you try holding still. Let's see if you have the camo too, or maybe I can share it somehow. They all crouch low, not moving a muscle, except for their eyes constantly checking our surroundings. I can still see them like always, but it's something we need to test with someone who is not me. I think about sharing the ability too, but I get nothing. I have no idea what my abilities allow me to do and not do out of the norm. It seems like some things are based on the situation and purely instinct. For some reason, this magic affects my sense of smell like everyone else, though. I don't understand that, but I pack it in the figure out when we aren't about to die part of my mind. I can still see you, but that doesn't mean it's not working. Let's keep going. The trees begin to thin out as we creep along, making almost no noise. This was one of the most intense trainings we did. Being silent in our movements was sometimes the difference in life or death. We finally find an edge to the forest, and what I see makes even my wolf's jaw hit the ground. It's a compound, not just any makeshift, temporary setup of tents, but a whole set of buildings. Where the hell did all of this come from, and how did none of us know? Nikloas and Osistan have been running their own version of patrols trying to find the Rogue King, and he really has been right under our nose the whole time. Is he that much smarter than we are? Or is this just several generations of planning coming to light? This is insane, and we have a big problem. The wolves we have been fighting are disposable, because he has at least 1,000 more to follow up with. I wonder if they are all under a spell like the one Mike had been using at his camp, or if there is something more here. I link the guys and fill them in on what we found. It took a solid 10 minutes and a full Royal Alpha command to get them to shut up long enough to listen after I told them we found the hideout. We took turns giving them all the details we could from our vantage point. What about that boyfriend of yours, little one? Is he there? Do you think he would help you from the inside if you found him? I think Nikloas has a soft spot for Robbie after he brought Gentry back to us. My mates have no such emotion towards him, especially after that little jibe from Nick. Asshole. I'm already in enough trouble for taking off. I can only imagine what their possessive asses are going to do when we get back. I will try to find him, but he can't be our whole plan. There is too much going on here. From where we are, it's a whole ecosystem. We need to get an idea of what kind of supplies they have and how long they can outlast us. I think they were hoping for a better showing from Breck and his goons, but we still don't know if they are all working together or not. Breck is just a greedy asshole. He may be on his own plan. Biddy, babe, you need to keep this link open and let us know what you are seeing and what you are doing at all times. We can be there in minutes if needed. I will keep the link open, we always do, but you all cannot come running until we ask for backup. And before anyone protests, look at Osistan and Nicholas. They can vouch for us. This is how we do this. We are on a mission like any other mission right now. This is what we do. This is my team. It's exactly what we have trained for. I can guarantee that Wyatt and Nathaniel are doing their jobs like any other mission. Go find them, and they can help you wrap your minds around us being out here working, and probably give you 4 different visuals too. This is as calm as I can be for them. I don't want to fight or start a fight, but they can't just come running after us and leave the rest of our warriors stranded, especially if the plan was to get me here and separated. They are targets, all of them, but my mates specifically. I leave the conversation there. We need intel, not discussions. I know that Nick and Osistan will handle them now that everyone has been called out. As promised, I don't shut down their link, but I do shut out their comments. Wish is mostly just grumbling and groaning about safety and mate trust and other bullshit. So far, only 3 big buildings that we can see from here. There is still no scent that we can track. We need to decide if we should test if being inside the tree line changes that. Lil starts our observations. Still tracking about 400 on the ground, but they don't seem to be in any active state, just going about general business. Gina adds on. We need to figure out what each building is for. 1 for sleeping, 1 for eating, and probably some type of office, and 1 for supplies, but we need to be sure since they are heavy on the magic use too. I add, since their wolves are disposable, we can probably assume there isn't much in the way of a healing space. Maybe we can use that against them. Find a way to attack the masses here and they won't be able to recover. Sierra continues our verbal note-taking. We continue to stay in the tree line and move toward where the majority of the wolves are. I find it odd that they are all in wolf form here. There is not a single human form around. The rest of the girls agree with me. These buildings give nothing away. They are all big metal rectangles. No windows, flat roofs, no garage doors that we can see, so they might not have any vehicles here either. Gina says as we continue to belly crawl forward. Once we get close enough, we can see what they are doing a little better. They are walking around, but in more of a patrol fashion than what we thought. The buildings make a U-shape with 2 parallel and 1 closing off an end. They are at the open end moving around what can only be another fire pit magic link control thing. Fuck my life. I don't want to deal with another one of these. I brought the girls' attention to what I was seeing. It's like they are just pacing around it aimlessly. No rhyme or reason. I just don't understand. We move closer. I can't sense any magic from here, but I can smell the wolves now. Lil was right. The scent masking was just around the border in the trees. Thick enough to make them feel safe, they just weren't counting on us to be nosy and follow through with our search. Stay here. I want to see how close I can get, and we are not testing your camouflage abilities with this many opponents. Don't argue. I hiss at Lil. She knows I am right and wants to protest because I'm sure everything in her big gamma heart is telling her to go before me. It's not happening. Before she or anyone else can say anything, I start crawling forward more slowly than I have ever moved in my life. I know the camo only works when I am still, or at least that's when we have noticed it working the best. I get about 20 feet from the outside line of wolves. They are pacing in a circle around a platform that is 3 shallow steps above the ground. It's almost like they are in prayer or meditation. There is a small gap, and I take my chance to scurry through towards the center, and then plant myself at the bottom step and take a deep breath. There is a light gray wolf laying on the platform facing the fire. His head is moving up and down and in circles. It doesn't seem to be a pattern, but there is a rhythm to the movement. His eyes are closed, and he seems to be the only one solely focused on the fire. Based on his size, this must be the Rogue King or someone high up on the leader rung. He's not as big as my guys, but about the same size as my brother with muscles he clearly uses. His fur has a matted quality to it, not unkempt, but like he lives outside, in this form most of the time. So good of you to finally join us. I was hoping you would make your way home sooner rather than later. Where the hell did that voice come from? It wasn't the wolf at the platform. He hasn't moved a muscle. You are just as beautiful as my son described. I can't wait to congratulate him on a fine choice in a mate. I stay put. I can hear the voice like I would hear anyone in their human form, but there are no humans here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vincent. I am Michael's father and the true Alpha King. I am trying not to move. I don't know if this guy actually can see me or if he can just smell my scent. I thought I could mask it, but I have never put any conscious thought into it until now. Something my wolf and I agree was stupid on our part. The big gray wolf on the platform still hasn't moved or opened its eyes. I don't think he's the one speaking, but looking around as much as I can without turning my head, there isn't anyone else here either. What the hell is going on? I haven't heard from my son in a while. I hope he is treating you well as his chosen mate. Huh? This guy is crazy. And how does he not know that Mike is dead? I blasted a hole in his ass for threatening my family. All wolves can feel when a direct family member passes back to the moon goddess. Come out, child. There is no need to hide from me. His voice is silky and smooth. Something enticing threatens to pull you in if you don't know he's the worst type of psychopath around. I kind of understand why he has so many followers. Just the rumbling deep tenor makes you want to listen. We are family now and will be so much more soon. Now we are officially at creeper level, but I have to do something. He knows I'm here, I think. I stand slowly, my guard up completely. I can feel my fur tingle with electricity. Magic is crackling along it with some kind of protection I don't understand, but appreciate all the same. Can you guys hear him? Tell me I'm not crazy. I call out to my team, and I know everyone else can hear too. I can't see him, though. What is going on? Skylar, give your wolf control of your eyes. You can share your vision with us. It shouldn't impede yours at all. Gentry directs in her gentle tone. Oh, shit! Do you know how many times we could have used this on other missions? This is going to be so helpful in the future. Lil exclaims. Goff! There had better not be a repeat of this fucking situation. Cameron growls. He's not usually the one to shut down ideas of my abilities so quickly. That's usually Dakota and my brother, but all three of my mates are radiating the same aggressive emotion right now. I feel like Lil, Jaina, and Sierra are the only ones who see my abilities for their possibilities, like I do, instead of the dangerous positions it might possibly put me in. Knock it off. Help me look for something, anything to let me know who's talking to me. I'm going to start moving around. They are clearly expecting me. And he doesn't know Mike is dead. What's up with that? He thinks Mike has mated with me. My mate's growls turn into a roar in my head. Stop, or I will block you. He can tell I'm mated, but not who I am mated to. Gentry, what's going on? Osiston and Nicholas muzzle my mates if they become a danger or just a bigger pain in the ass. I'm not sure, dear girl, but it probably has to do with how far he has gone down the path of dark magic. There are abilities he has gained, but clearly he has lost or given some up in the process. I'm going to shift. He knows I'm here, so I don't have the element of surprise anyway. Can you still see through my eyes if I do? We will find out. Remember, everything you do is experimental from this point forward. Your magic will be tested, your faith in the moon goddess will be tested, and your mates are already being tested and at their breaking point. Choose what you do and say carefully and with complete intention. If you don't know what to say nothing at all. I think that is the most direct advice I have been given since I started using magic. I shift and send a silent thank you for Dakota insisting I put on his shirt. I don't want to give Vincent any ideas. You asked me to show myself, but I can't see you. I believe courtesy dictates that you show yourself as well. I called out. I can feel my girls fanning behind me but staying just beyond the tree line. I hope their scents are masked as well. We seem to have a non-verbal agreement to stay silent. I don't know if his magic allows him to hear my thoughts or the mind links attached to me. That must mean that they can see through my eyes, though, since no one is asking any questions. You are right, dear girl. What kind of father-in-law would I be if you didn't have the opportunity to know me? You will understand who the superior portion of the royal bloodline is. Vincent comes from somewhere in the center of the pacing wolves. I see him out of the corner of my eye and whip to my right. I don't want him in any kind of blind spot. He's too big to miss, but there was no way he was standing there when I crawled over. I am frozen as he saunters. At least, I think that's what he is trying to accomplish towards me. I just stand and stare at this cartoonish-looking, arrogant asshole. He is huge, way bigger than my guys, with long, stringy hair, the same midnight black shade as Mike's, and the same hazel eyes. Those are the only family traits, though. Vincent's shoulders have got to be as wide as I am tall. But his waist is tiny. Like him, and I probably could wear the same belt tiny. It gives him a top-heavy look. The muscles in his shoulders and chest are puffed up like balloons, and he has no neck. I think this would be the equivalent of a human getting plastic surgery and taking it too far. The problem is I don't know if those muscles are for show or can actually function, and the only way to find out is to piss him off enough to fight me, and no one in my current Mind Link group is going to appreciate that. He stops in front of me, breaking me from my wild thoughts. "My, you are a little thing, aren't you? We will have to do something about that so you can bear strong royal pups." The look on my face must tell him how I really feel about that idea, since he just smiles, showing off perfectly straight white teeth. "Such a well-trained female. You don't speak much. That is always a plus. Michael did say you were very intelligent. It looks like your father brought you up very obediently. That will be helpful when we start working through your royal attributes. Seriously. How many times can one person say royal in a conversation?" I decide to test the waters and see how far I can push him. "There actually hasn't been anything to say. You haven't asked me a question that needs an answer. I am just here to figure out what you want and why you are attacking my pack." I shrug like he is barely worth my notice. I need to keep him talking anyway. If your alpha would have followed through with our deal, then there would be no need to go to such measures. But, as it stands, he wanted to keep you all to himself. The prophecy was not wrong. You are powerful. I can feel it. Alpha Lucas is lucky to have sired such a powerful female alpha. Oh, shh. He believes the literal version of that prophecy. Adriel never told him I was mated to the twins, making me their daughter through the mating. I wonder if she knew I was destined for 3 mates, or will she be just as confused? Either way, this dude has a rude awakening coming. Keep him talking, little one. He clearly doesn't have all the information. Maybe we can use this against him. We need to know where Adriel is. She's going to be our bigger problem, I think. Osiston coaches me. "I think you might be a little off when it comes to the prophecy. Alpha Lucas didn't sire me. I am the beta's daughter." I say with all the disgust the sentiment requires, "And I sure as hell won't be mating with your weak-ass son. He was not worth the energy." He completely ignored my insult. "You are already mated. I can smell it and feel the power you only gain after mating. There's no other way for you to have gotten so strong. Even in my human form, I can feel my fur bristle under my skin." He thinks, because I am a female, I can't be strong or powerful. "Michael, show yourself and handle your mate." He shouts out to the trees. I can hear my girls chuckle over the mind link. "He's not here. You are right. I am mated to an alpha, 3 to be exact, and I am no Luna, which is probably why you are so confused. There is no way Michael would have allowed you to be mated to anyone else. No alpha shares what is his. He would have killed anyone who so much as looked at you." I actually would have liked to see him try that. I believe the last time a guy tried to tell Midge what to do because she was a girl and didn't know better, lost the function of his hand for the day. Now Wyatt decides to chime in. What the hell? Vincent is starting to get agitated. He's not outwardly showing it, but his body's scent has changed, and I can taste the tang of uncertainty in the air between us. I open my mouth to say something smart-ass, but a loud scuffle in the trees behind me and the omph sounds coming from my friends lets me know they have been found. I will not turn my back on Vincent, though. My friends all let me know they are all right. We came up with a code of sounds a long time ago. Being female warriors, these men need to feel superior, and by giving them that false sense of security, we have won many fights. Well, without your alpha mate to protect you, at least you didn't come alone. Although I don't understand why you continue to do things the hard way. Male warriors would have been far superior and necessary for your protection. Michael should have seen to that. You are too important to have been harmed by these disgusting rogues. His lip curls like the wolves pacing monotonously around us have the worst scent. You are the rogue king. How can you call them disgusting? He roars, showing emotion for the first time. He catches the slip and schools his face quickly, but it's there, and now I know how to really piss him off. That stupid name my cousin gave me. I am the Alpha King, the rightful heir to the throne he sits on. He and his father stole it and have been destroying this kingdom slowly for generations. His fists clench and unclench at his sides. I can still hear the scuffling behind me. My girls are putting up small fights to try and wear down their captors. I just hope they aren't using too much energy. We have a fight coming. I believe enslaving all of these wolves to fight for you is what's destroying this kingdom. Subjects should bow down to their superiors. My son and I will rule this kingdom and make it the greatest it's even been. When he fills your belly with pups, our lineage will continue with greatness. My mates lose it in my head and give me an instant migraine. Will you three shut up? The fucker's dead. Morons, and if you'll remember, he couldn't sire shit even when he was alive. Gina has never willingly mentioned the time she spent with Mike or what he did to her. It did the trick. Well, I have it on good authority that he tried to mate and sire pups, and he didn't get the job done on more than one occasion. He did not live up to your expectations. Your inferior genetics weren't meant to be passed on even if he were still breathing. The wolves around us stop moving. No one turns to look at me, but the tension in the air is suffocating. What did you just say to me? How dare you insult your king? I don't care if you are destined to be the next Luna Queen, you will be taught to speak to your superiors with respect. He steps towards me again, and this time the massive gray wolf on the platform gets up and flanks his right side. His eyes are just as soulless as the rest of the wolves here. I wonder if they are even alive at all or just puppet zombies to do his bidding. You are not my king, and I know the future Luna Queen, it's not me. And unless you have another son to pass on your genetics, you are the last of your line. Your weak, arrogant, untrained son was no match for me. I destroyed him in a matter of seconds. You lie, little tramp. I will show you what devious little sluts get for punishment. He lunges at me, and I jump and roll away before he can touch me. I can hear the phrase sound increase around me. Everyone is locked in battle with someone. These wolves are coming from everywhere, but Vincent only has eyes for me, and they are perfectly fine leaving us to our own fight. I leave my team to handle them for now. Vincent isn't as fast as me. I don't know if it is his bulky size or lack of training, but his weight is a problem. Even with solid punches and kicks, not much seems to be affecting him. He can't seem to get a hold of me either, though. I'm just going to have to wear him down and hope I can figure out how to take this fucker out. My wolf wants to lend me her strength, but I won't let her. We will need her strength and speed to take him out. I don't want to burn us both out too early. This is going to be a long fight. This is one of those times I wish I had all the gear the guys got me. This would be a perfect time to have the extra weapons. I hear a whimper to my left. It's Lil, and she doesn't whimper. I risk a look. She'll tell me she's fine even with a bone completely in the wrong direction. Lil, talk to me. That was all it took for Vincent to get a good left hook in and send me flying across the open space and into the side of one of the large buildings. Motherfucker. That sucked. It's been a long time since someone got the drop on me like that and knocked the wind out. I have been a little preoccupied, and clearly I'm being reminded that even mates are not a good enough reason to skip training. This vantage point does give me the chance to scan the area, though, as Vincent has to wade through the groups of wolves surrounding and fighting my teammates. Why don't you talk to us, Alpha? How was that toss? Sassy bitch. Such an asshole, Gina. Everyone still good? Kill these fuckers. I don't know if any of them are alive enough to save even if we kill Vincent. Ooh, you rebel, calling him by his name, not his title. You should do that out loud and see how hard he tries to hit you then. Lillian, stop giving her stupid ideas, Oliver shouts through the link. Biddy, you good? My whole face hurts. Yeah, I'm fine. He got a lucky shot after Lil got hit. He's got them possessed. I don't think we can save them. They are still fighting, even when logic and injury shouldn't let them. Send them back to the goddess. I screech as I dodge a punch from Vincent. He hits the side of the building and doesn't even flinch. We need to draw Vincent out of this protective circle. I don't know if he's stronger here, but we aren't getting anywhere. Any ideas? We are coming to you, Tiny. Don't argue. The fight here has basically died out since you went to them. Almost clear on our end, alphas. One of our warriors calls out, "No argument from me. I don't know how I can beat him on my own. I can hear the scuffling around me, but my focus is solely on the puffed-up man in front of me. I wonder if his wolf is just as jacked up as he is. He's clearly using magic to enhance his size. Can you get him to shift?" My wolf asks me. He's not using magic either. I don't think he can. Maybe send something small his way and see if he will counter. At this point, I will try anything. Dodging his fists isn't getting me anywhere. And she's right. He hasn't done much but try to hit me. Either he can't or he thinks very highly of his fighting skills and is trying not to hurt me. I keep rolling and dodging, moving around the platform, trying to keep track of my team who is doing a fantastic job of taking out the wolves here. There are still so many, but the numbers are quickly going down. I just need to hold out a little longer, and I will have help. I tell my wolf to start summoning my magic while I focus on not dying. I will take anything that is willing to step forward right now. Fire, earth, water, wind, anything. I breathe out as I dip forward while Vincent tries to grab me. I'm so glad he can't actually close his arms. His muscles have been my saving grace. I roll through his legs and take a deep breath in and then let it out. As I let the breath go, a fierce wind whips up around us and takes out the legs of all the wolves in my line of sight. Gina breaks one's neck with her massive jaw, while Sierra stops another one from jumping on her back. I move to intercept another as my whole head is ripped back by my ponytail and I land hard on my ass. "Oh shit! What the fuck?" I groan, looking at the swollen face above me. The closer I get to him, the more he looks bloated, not muscular. "I want my son, you little bitch. Where is he?" "I told you, I took him out." I grunt, trying to loosen his grip. "He threatened my family and pissed me off in general." "I want his body." He growls close to my ear, a little of his spit hitting my face. "Why, so you can bring him back to life like the rest of these zombies? Well, you can't have it." I twist and try to stand. He rips me onto my back again. I stare into his eyes and smile my best innocent smile. We burned his worthless sorry excuse for a wolf. I sent him to the goddess for judgment. Let's see what she thinks about your sorry excuse for a son and your constant attack on her females. He roars at me. I can see his skin ripple. I almost have him. Ooh. He raises his fist. It is aimed for my face, but his grip in my hair won't let me move. I refuse to close my eyes. He won't see me cower at all. Absolutely fucking not. Lil comes out of nowhere, shifting midair, and blasts into his side. The force and surprise cause him to loosen his grip on my hair enough for me to move, and I can feel the surge of power in my arm right before I blast him with a fireball. He doesn't go down easy, but I get a small break. He comes back full of pure rage, and his claws are out, but still in his human form. He swipes at me again and again, sometimes making contact, other hits missing wildly. He's out of control and a complete danger to anyone in the vicinity. "Shift, you fucker." I mumble under my breath, ducking under another hit and making contact with his ribs with my own fist. His body jerks, like his wolf wants to come out, but still nothing. What if he can't anymore? He's not using magic and he's not using his wolf, the two things he prizes most in this world, and he's using neither. Sierra calls out to me. "Baby, where are you? We've crossed onto the mainland." "You are going to have to trust your instincts and follow your pull to me. We're a little busy." I groan at Oliver. I think Sierra's right, but that doesn't make him less formidable. His pouches and kicks are still painful, and too many will be lethal, and his focus is 100% on me. I am now scraped up and bruised, at least on the inside. The outside of my body is doing exactly what it is supposed to do for an alpha, but that doesn't stop the pain I feel throbbing in my muscles and joints from this seemingly never-ending fight. "I will have you. Your fight is futile. I can't believe the goddess was stupid enough to place so much power in the hands of such a small and weak little girl. None of the other females in our family could handle their powers either. You have no idea what you possess, and no one to teach you how to use it." Umph. I roll and dodge yet another kick. He's starting to slow down. Were you planning on teaching me? This is an odd way to show me you want me around. Your son at least pretended to be a friend before he tried to rob me. He got what was coming to him, and so will you. I will have you and your power. He swings at me and misses my face, but grabs my wrist and hauls me up off the ground by one arm. Your son never had me. You never will. You are not good enough for the goddess to bestow gifts upon. You are the one who is nothing, who is worthless. Where is your witch when you need her? She's not here to lend you her magic, since you have none of your own. Your wolf is clearly too weak to come out and join us. I look him right in the eye, and I can see the moment he snaps. His mind goes feral. Roar! He throws me and starts thrashing around. He's not near anyone I care about, so I take the chance to take an inventory of where my friends are and how many wolves are left. Too many in my personal opinion. I step over to help the girls get rid of these wolves. They aren't strong, and like all the rest that we have gone against, they aren't really fighting us that hard. They just outnumber us 100 to 1. Biddy! Smalls. My mates all shout over the mind link as they burst through the tree line, followed by my brother and Sam, and then Wyatt, Nathaniel, Osistan, and Nicholas. Finish off these rogues. We have an alpha king to take care of. Don't argue. Gina and I need this closure. Can you all deal with that? You are here, and we will let you know if we need you. I promise. They each rub up against me as the rest of my friends' mates do the same. Wyatt and Nathaniel mimic us by rubbing up on Lil. Assholes. They take the focus of the rogue wolves while we approach the rogue king, still thrashing and tearing up anything in his way. Time to see if we can do magic in your form. I tell my wolf, and she is giddy at the idea. I like the thought of being in the passenger seat of the fight and focusing completely on the magic. I send a fireball toward his chest as we shift. It hits him square in the chest, leaving a black mark, but he doesn't so much as stumble. He can be wounded, but clearly it doesn't do much. I just wish I understood the magic better. Don't overthink it, little one. You do understand the magic. You understand it enough to work with it, not fight it. You respect what magic can do and what it cannot. You understand it is to be worked with, not commanded. Osistan is always in teaching mode. I let my wolf take over completely and concentrate, drowning out everything around me. I trust my team and my family to do everything to keep us and each other safe. I don't want to take a life, but I don't see any other way to subdue or control Vincent. I don't know what to do. I say in my own mind, hoping the magic is listening and feeling a little foolish at the same time. How do we stop him if he can't be killed? Are we supposed to? Does the moon goddess even want him? Oh damn, I never thought of that. What if he's here because he did something in the realm of the moon goddess? Maybe she can't contain him either, and wolves are dying, or whatever is non-existing for them. No worries, little one. As soon as you are done with him, I will have him contained for a very long time. His poor wolf is trapped and has been that way for several of your decades. Vincent had him locked away to keep him from resisting. Vincent was corrupted by the Dark Witch. She wants to combine her magic with that of a wolf's. Our magics are not meant for what she intends. Her goddess will take care of her, but you are right, your biggest threat is before you. I hear a grunt from my wolf, but I fight to not break focus. Your magic is chaos. It comes from within, bringing order to the unordered without the formalities of traditional incantations. I think you just called me crazy, difficult, and unpredictable inside a compliment and teaching lesson. The point is, don't think, just feel and do. There is no book for the things you can do. It's why you were chosen. You will find the best and right ways to take care of our kind. You will bear this responsibility with all the care and respect it deserves. But you want him dead, right? I just want to make that very clear, so I don't get in trouble later and get shot in the ass with a lightning bolt or something. It is your decision to make. Will you? Can you spare his life knowing the things he's done to our kind, to you and your family? Thank you for being clear. I appreciate it. She laughs at my sarcasm. What about Sierra and Gina? Am I right? I'll make you a deal. Come out of this with all your pack members and team intact, and I will answer that question. Skylar! What? I yell back at Gina. Shoot this asshole again. What the hell were you humming about? That is a later conversation with a lot of drinks. I have an idea. I think I can put a barrier on all of you so you can attack, but he can't harm you and make you strong enough to do real damage. Care to try? You started that with I think. Being your guinea pig tends to get things blown up. I'm in. Lil laughs, dancing out of Vincent's reach, while Gina and Sierra both punch him on either side. Gina, Sierra? If it makes this shit stop, then yes, we're in. I reach in again this time, looking for the colored magic. I just feel for what I want, watching Anne's little wisps float off my wolf like smoke over water and towards my friends. Black and orange vapor wraps and surrounds them. This time I don't feel any drain or weakness, though. The magic understands I am trying to eradicate a common enemy. I feel the tingles in my wolf's fur again. Maybe I was giving myself protection magic without even meaning to earlier. I'm getting Halloween vibes right now, Midge. What's with the orange and black smoke? Lil asks. At this point, I am going to trust the magic that's helping us out, and I will sit down and have it explain all the nuances to us later. I think I remember from the color clearing, though, that orange gave strength and a bunch of stuff like that, and black was definitely protection. I will take both and thank the magic for me. We should name your magic since we seem to think of it as another sentient part of you. Gina laughs. It's like you have another person in there with you and your wolf. We can't just keep saying it when we mention it. I never thought of that, but she's right. I have started talking about my magic like I talk about my wolf. Do you have a suggestion? I ask, this time dodging a rogue wolf coming at me. This one easily went down with a broken neck. They shouldn't be this easy to take out, especially with the numbers they have. Steve! Lil shouts at Eve. Where the hell did that come from? Gina asks as her wolf takes another chunk out of Vincent's arm. At this point, he is just going to bleed to death fighting us. Well, apparently Steve likes his name because Skylar is on fire, literally. Sierra laughs at me. Oh, shh, go run a few of these random fuckers over. You are seriously a fire, Lil shouts at me. With the four of us in our wolf form, the odds are so much better in our favor. I can feel the spike of adrenaline coursing through our veins. This is like old times, working off each other's strengths and using every moment of opportunity to drive a damaging blow to the most vulnerable spot. He still hasn't shifted. We are tearing into his skin with our teeth and claws, and he won't or can't shift. I'm not going to feel bad about it, though. He chose to be this petty, greedy person instead, and now he's paying the price. We are moving too fast with the magic protecting us. He is trying to keep up, but can't focus on all four of us at the same time, and it is making him outwardly frustrated. I feel like I have endless energy, and he is just getting weaker and weaker with each blow. There are still plenty of sounds around us. I wonder if reinforcements came in. Everything is moving so fast and yet so slow all at the same time. I don't dare look, even though every fiber of my being wants me to force my wolf's eyes just enough for me to see my mates are all right. I can feel them. I know they are fine, but I can at least sympathize with their being angry earlier. I hate this feeling. The pull to constantly check on them is very overwhelming and irritating. I can feel them. I don't need to be stuck to their asses 24/7. I need to add that to the list of things the moon goddess and I talk about. We continue biting and slashing and finally get him to his knees. Sierra has one arm, Lil the other in their mouths. He's too weak to fight us anymore. I don't believe for a second he's given up, though. He's gone to so much trouble to get here. I don't think stopping is an option. We are all panting and covered in dirt from rolling around and being thrown around. Even without shifting, he has been able to withstand the four of us, and the rest of his wolves have been keeping our guys busy. Gina stalks towards him. Death is the only look in her eyes. She didn't get to kill Mike. I regret taking that closure from her. My reaction to Mike was uncontrolled, and he should have suffered far worse than he did, and she should have had a hand in his final moments. But she will take this life for all her suffering. Before me, she was the one Vincent and Mike had chosen to carry on their bloodline. They killed her family because she's an alpha female, and took her from her home, then abused and robbed her repeatedly, causing the kind of trauma my brother will be helping her heal from for the rest of their lives. Her wolf opens its jaw wide to take in his whole massive neck. The entire area rumbles and quakes, static in the air crackles. "What the hell are you doing, Biddy?" "It's not me. Be careful, the ground is starting to open up in places." I yell to everyone. Green flames fly past my head and straight at Gina, but barely miss, causing her to drop down to her belly. This time I do look around, but see nothing. Where the hell did that come from? Another round of green flames come our way. It's a witch, that much I know. Would Adriel let us get this far in harming her so-called mate? Now wolves descend from everywhere. I can't tell if they are coming from the warehouses themselves or just around them, but they are massive, enhanced like Vincent. They have red eyes and are foaming at the mouth like they are rabid. I remember later thinking this is really going to suck as I am knocked flying from the side and I lose consciousness for just a moment. My wolf stands up and shakes her fur. I can still feel the tingle of the protection magic working. We need to remember that the protection magic does not work against a resulting concussion. I groan to my wolf. I take stock of our surroundings. Jaina is protecting Lil and Sierra, but a wolf is dangerously close and crouches to jump on Sierra's back while she is still restraining Vincent. I don't think just react and a blast of dirt tosses him to the side. My wolf digs her paws into the ground and we can both feel the vibrations of the earth pulsing around us. I tap into that feeling and just let the magic fly. Spikes of dirt shoot up, impaling wolves around my friends. I notice the only wolves that go down and stay down are the ones I hit in the ribcage area. Either rip their heads off or pierce their heart and lungs. I shout instructions to anyone who will listen. We pull from the fire and send flames in all directions. I'm not worried about hitting any of my pack members. My magic knows who to protect and who to attack. I can't send them much farther than about 10 or 15 feet from me, so I can't just stand here and take everyone out. I'm going to have to work for it a little bit. Vincent managed to get away from my friends as these backup wolves started to focus on them. I can see him slinking away into the shadows of one of the buildings. But we can't follow. A wall of the same green flame has risen around all the buildings, and I won't risk any of us trying to find out if we can make it through. We keep fighting these red-eyed wolves until someone shouts, "Smoke!" over the mind link. I turn to see a plume of thick, black smoke rising from our home. No, I don't even know what happened to me. It's like my body and mind separated. The absolute feeling of despair, hopelessness, hatred, anger, defeat, all licked up my insides like a white-hot flame. While we were here distracted, someone or something else attacked our home. All the people waiting for us to bring some level of good news. Where are they? Are they safe? Did they see it coming and get to safety? Are the people we are holding prisoner safe? I didn't want them to die fighting for another person's obsession. I know I am breathing heavily, but I can't gain control over myself. I can't hear my wolf talking to me if she's trying. I'm drowning. My chest is caving in, and I know I am breathing, but my vision is lined in red. I will destroy these rogues and everything they love for what they have done and are doing to my pack. I let out a scream and a wave of energy blasts out from around me. My vision goes black for a moment. Thick arms wrap around me from behind. I can feel the tingles run up my skin. I know they are supposed to calm me down, but it's not working this time. I am pulled back into a hard chest and I can feel breath on the back of my neck. Another set of hands grabs my cheeks. Again, I feel tingles, but I am so lost in my destructive thoughts, I can't for the life of me figure out who has me. I do know that my legs are noodles. I don't think I could stand if I wasn't being held up. Wait, I know someone is holding me up. I'm in my human form. How did that happen? When did that happen? Someone is talking to me, but it's like speaking underwater, muffled, incoherent sounds. I still can't focus my eyes on anything but the plume of smoke eating what may be left of my home. I need to move. We need to move. Why am I trapped? My body isn't following instructions. I think I am telling my body to move, but I don't seem to be going anywhere. Then heat trickles down my body like slow lava from the top of my head through my fingertips into my toes, thawing out whatever had frozen me in place. I gasp and feel the needed air fill my lungs. Biddy, baby, focus. Focus on us. Come back to us, we need you. Sweetness, come on, we've got you. Don't try to do this alone. Tiny, love, we're here, always here. Breathe, love, just breathe. An electric jolt snaps me back into my body and I look around. My mates are surrounding me. Cam has me bundled in his arms from behind, Dakota to my right and Oliver to my left. They all have their foreheads pressed to my head, speaking to me softly, and it's enough to break me out of my panic. I feel the tears running down my face. Can you turn it off, baby? I think you got everyone here. Oliver doesn't break contact when he asks. Huh? I look up and blink as I take in our surroundings. Every tree from the grove is gone. The ground is singed black, except for where we are standing. We stand in a circle of bright green grass. I blink a couple more times and notice the rest of my family in similar polka dots of green surrounded by blackened earth. I can see what Oliver is talking about, though. A white flame with black tip is burning slowly across the land. I reach into my wolf and my magic and ask it to stop. Just like that, it obeys me and the flame recedes into the ground. I don't know how I know, but no one else will be able to place magic here. It is now protected. The buildings are still standing as if nothing happened, but there are no rogue wolves. All that's left of them are heaps of ash. I hope the moon goddess takes pity on the ones who didn't want to be here. I'm sure, like Gina, many were taken and forced into this servitude. We need to check on Ava and Brett. I don't know where they were supposed to be. Lenny and Martha were in the pack house. Gentry and Elena are probably fine, but I need to see everyone. This is all my fault. They are here for me. I am sobbing and I can't make it stop. Why can't I make this go away? This is like Kaylee at school all over again. I grip my hair with both hands. I can't stop the feelings. I know I'm spiraling, but they just won't stop. People are getting hurt no matter what I do. I'm not enough to make this situation better. The moon goddess chose wrong. Anyone else would have figured it out by now. Why won't she just stop this suffering? Baby, you need to stop now. Oliver's whisper is only loud enough for the four of us to hear. You have always been enough, Tiny. Enough to bring all of us together to handle this. You have always been ahead of the pack. Give us a minute to catch up, that's all. Let us help, all of us. Dakota kisses the side of my head. Are you ready to run? Or do you want to ride? For old time's sake? Oliver lifts my chin and smiles that small half-smile at me. All of a sudden, my stomach is full of little butterflies. He has always known how to just shut down my nerves and overthinking. I shake my head trying to focus. I can run, but is everyone here all good? I don't want to run into the next fight with our best warriors running on empty. You shut your mouth over there, Midge. Our training was worse than this, and the only one actually trying to kill us then was Drina. Lil laughs, and Wyatt, Nathaniel, and I all join in. My mates all grumble. Drina was just trying to kill Midge. The rest of us didn't put her precious leader position in jeopardy. Nathaniel jogs towards us after testing the blackened earth to make sure it was safe. Are we going to run towards the danger, or what? You are not usually the first to willingly run to the fight. What are you up to? Gina asks. Are you kidding? Do you know how many times I finally get called into a fight only to get there, and Alpha Midge and her band of female badasses have destroyed everyone? I'm tired of missing out. He shifts and takes off, everyone else falling into step behind him. Sierra! I shout before she can shift and run away. It's time. She looks like she wants to kill me, but I won't risk her or her pup, and she knows it. Time for what? Cam asks, but the grip on my stomach tells me he knows exactly what. She growls and says nothing. I open my mouth. We don't have time for her pride. She blurts, I might be pregnant. She covers her face. It's not confirmed, and Sky with her freak nose is the only one who thinks so, but Sam stands there with the dumbest look on his face, and I wish I could take a picture. It's adorable. His shaggy blonde hair is all disheveled from the fight, but his dark blue eyes are wide as the truth slaps him in the face. Wait. He looks at me, that giant smile falling slowly. You think she's pregnant with our pup? He starts using his hands to wildly gesture. You clearly knew before you came into this fight, told her, and you still let her fight that lunatic. What the fuck were you thinking, Skylar? I don't think he noticed Gina and Lil step in front of Sierra during his outburst. She could have been hurt. They both could have been hurt. We could lose our pup. I can't fucking believe you. He is so pissed at me, but he isn't shaking or ready to fly at me. His wolf is keeping him from doing anything stupid, telling me their wolves have probably already had this conversation. Hey, slow down! Dakota steps in front of me, both his hands raised, showing he doesn't want to fight. I take a deep breath. Letting her fight was always going to be a touchy subject. Once I know I am calm, I wiggle out of Cam's arms, immediately missing his body heat, and step around Dakota. A warm hand slides up my back and rests gently on my shoulder. My mates won't let me battle anything alone again. Watch your tone, Delta. I let a little of my alpha aura out. Warren. My Delta was given a choice, having all the information we had at the time. We decided that she was most safe with us, not alone. She decided she wanted to fight for a home and future to raise your pup in. I made her tell you now, knowing we are going into another battle that is going to be heavy in magic. That is less predictable, and I don't think she should be in the fight, but it's not my choice to make. You deserve to know. No regrets today. You two can debate whether she should fight in the safety of this ruined camp. I gesture around me. I step to my friend and pull her into a hug. I love you. I whisper into her ear. Love you too, traitor. She squeezes me back, then hugs Gina and Lil. I turn and follow the path Nathaniel started toward our unknown disaster. We all shift quickly, and I do another check-in with everyone. Maybe the goddess is helping somehow, because Martha and Lenny are all right. They were with Ava and Brett moving the prisoners out of the pit and to the underground cells. Osiston, Nicholas, Gentry, Elena, do any of you have any idea where all of these wolves are coming from? Some of them seem like they aren't even alive. It's like they are zombie puppets. At least this last group was. Does she have that kind power? I've only heard of reanimation a handful of times, and they were all in the kinds of stories you tell little kids to make them behave themselves. But all stories have some root in the truth, though. So it's possible. Gentry calls out and sounds out of breath. Gentry, what are you doing? Are you guys under attack? I thought everyone was safe. Little one, we are all right, but as you have noticed, your pack is under attack. We will need your help sooner rather than later. Skylar, we need you and your mates. There isn't anyone that we can see, but fires are starting everywhere. My wolf trips over her own feet at my surprise hearing my dad's voice in our head. We run harder and pack that away to think about later. When we run through the pack, it is completely destroyed. There's no way this is only an hour of work. Most of the buildings are on fire. I can feel the magic reaching out to me. It's angry, but not at us. It is mad at being used for destruction for no reason. I try to pull it back and set it free. I know I am doing it right when I feel a gentle warmth in my chest before some of the flames go out. It helped that one instance, but this is going to be way too slow to put everything out. Try your element. I was able to pull some of the flame out and release it. The magic doesn't like what is going on, but it doesn't have any control. I say to my mates, and they don't even question what I am asking of them. All of our wolves spread out, but none go further than 20 feet apart. We slowly walk through the center of the pack, where the most important buildings are located. I continue to pull at the flames and thank them for doing as little damage as possible before releasing them. Oliver uses dirt to snuff out flames in lawns and gardens. Dakota is pulling water from bird baths and swimming pools to dump on the houses seeing the most damage. Every few feet, Cam stops and takes a deep breath, then lets it out slowly. Cam, what are you doing? My wolf walks up next to him and rubs the side of our head along his neck and under his chin. Remind me later that we really like it when you do that. He laughs in my head. We discovered that if we focus, we can pull the oxygen specifically out of the air and smother the fire. I don't say anything in response, but I do rub under his chin again, stepping forward, letting the curve of his neck run along our back and our tail curls around his muzzle. Before I move on to check my other mates, Cam's wolf purrs as we walk away. We finally get to our street, and this is where the heart of black smoke is coming from. The pack house and surrounding homes are decimated. There is nothing left to salvage. What I find most interesting I don't feel anything. I never realized how little attachment I have to the places and things here. My only attachments are the people that are currently surrounding me. Let's handle this so it doesn't spread any further into the island, Oliver calls out to us. We all get to work, some in human form, some in wolf form. Dakota and I found that we work best in human form, but Cam and Oliver stay at my side in wolf form. I do notice that Cam has constant contact with me. When I ask Elena about it as we work, she says that his wolf is using me to keep him grounded and level. My mate's energy seems to deplete more than mine when they use it. By leaning on me, I am sharing my magical endurance. Hours later, all of the fires are out, and everyone is accounted for. There are several injuries to attend to, and we are all getting a crash course in Coven healing. Field training was necessary for warriors, but this is a whole other level. Since they don't have the enhancements that our wolves give us, many herbs and other remedies more common to humans are used along with magic. All the injuries that our pack members sustained in the fight are strange. A bite that should have healed in minutes is still oozing even now. Gentry said it's the magic that has encapsulated the rogue wolves. It's almost like their saliva has a toxin in it. This is like what happened to you, Sky. Sierra has taken to helping with and is a natural at mixing the herbs and oils that Gentry and Elena have introduced us to. It makes sense considering what her parents do for a living. I almost forget that she has a whole other skill set in alchemy because of them. What do you mean? I was unconscious for that whole thing. We did so many tests and took so many samples, no one could figure out how you survived with everything that was running in your system and at the levels you were given. I think my wolf and I decided that no matter what, we would never die at the hands of Kaylee and her meatheads. I didn't even think about the words that I just let fall out of my face. All my mates, my brother and Sam stop what they are doing and face us, not even pretending they aren't listening in now, and move toward the table we are working at. I have never fully confronted the situation with Kaylee out loud to them. The girls know bits and pieces, but with her dead, there is no retaliation they can do, and I don't plan on mentioning it again. She was never worth the mental effort to even think about when she was alive. Now I just feel like her karma came back and smacked her in the best way possible. No one will talk about her. No one will remember her. She died in such an unspectacular way. So many other exciting and scary things have happened. She became unimportant. It was always her worst fear, and she did it to herself. So it was her? Dakota whispers in a defeated tone, standing next to me, hip propped on the table. It was always her in some way. I let all the implications sit in the air, thick and stale. Then I turned to Sierra, changing the conversation. You are really good at this, C. I think I am going to have you stay and make sure everyone here is cared for and ready to join when Vincent comes back and Adriel finally shows her face. I raise my hands to stop her protest. You are the best person? You know the formulas for all of these potions and salves. You understand the toxins and poisons that are being used. You are quick on your feet, especially if the fight gets this far, and it will make every single one of us more calm and less distracted to know you are here. And everyone here knows and trusts your knowledge of all this plant shot. Sierra, you have our future inside that wild, bossy stomach of yours. Please listen to Sky. My brother approaches her like a skittish animal. Mateo, I can't just sit by waiting. That will be torture. I've never heard her desperate before. Look around you. Do you really plan on being bored? They both share a small smile. I was going to ask if you would be able to duplicate this stuff on your own. Cam shakes one of the little vials with a green slime-looking substance. With Adriel in play, we are going to need Gentry and Elena with us, guiding our magic. I still have no idea what the fuck I am doing, and I am sure I will have my ass handed to me. You can work with my mom and any other warriors available to keep the healing supplies coming. I want all of you to know this is under absolute protest. She pouts, and Sam slides up behind her, wrapping her in a hug. She never would have stayed put if he had asked as her mate. She would have played it off as him being too protective and dug her stubborn heels in. But two of her alphas giving her operational orders that really will be helpful, she can work with. 3 warriors make it over to us. We have set up shop in the school's gym. It is the only place we have found in town that is structurally sound. It works. For now. Alpha's the north side of the territory has been thoroughly investigated. The few houses that were up there cannot be salvaged. The forest has been unharmed, though, along with your shrines with the belladonna and wormwood. Thank you, Zane. Make sure you all get food and rest. We will send out another patrol soon. Cam directs him. They thank us and go on. Lenny and Martha have been keeping supplies here for the warriors and the few rogues that we collected when we got Gentry back. It has been easier to keep everyone fed like this, similar to what the elite warriors do at the compound. These rogues have been so helpful today. They know what we are going through. I'm sure many of them lost their packs this way. But we have one thing they didn't. We have the power of knowing the war is coming. Most can't fight, but that hasn't stopped them from asking to learn. Many of our warriors have gotten past the fact that they came from the same rogues we are currently fighting and brought them into our folds. They have proven so far that they want to be with us and side with us. I won't stop anyone who wants to help us get rid of this disease. They want a home, a pack to belong to. I hope we can give them that too. Osiston and Nicholas should have been back by now. Has anyone heard from them? I asked the group around me. They went to check the southern part of the Packlands where Charlene and Alpha Breck threatened us. I hate that I feel jumpy and anxious when I don't hear from someone every hour. I think I have been hardwired for check-ins since warrior training, but these constant attacks are making it worse. I need to be in constant contact with everyone just to know they are safe. They are fortifying your pentagram. Adriel was able to break through and obviously do damage to your pack. Elena begins. Gentry finishes. We think she was able to get through because all 4 of you were outside the pack borders. That is something we will have to research in the future. Your pack must be safe without the need to leave one of you behind. That sounds more like a curse to me. No offense to either of you, but I'm f***ing over magic. Sam mumbles from the crook of Sierra's neck. Elena side-eyes him. Well, it's here to stay, pup, and you have a direct line to it. I would apologize before your magic decides it is over your wet dog smell and stops working. You all may want to pray to your goddess. The winds are shifting. Gentry gets out as a lightning bolt cracks along the sky. Get everyone to the tunnel, Sierra, now! We scramble. There was no time for I love yous and see you soons. I just hope this wasn't the last time I speak to any of these people. When we get outside along the main street, the air is thick and green, wind is whipping around us in short bursts, the lightning is crawling across the clouds, no start or end point, just the static in constant motion. What the fuck is that? Wyatt skids to a halt next to me. We're under attack. She's here. I can feel her. I keep my focus forward, but I think she's waiting for me to be distracted. I pull at my fire magic, wanting it to be ready to hit anyone that pops out of the shadows. I am starting to enjoy the way that my skin crackles just below the surface. The fire is warm and inviting to me, but can be deadly when needed. 2 sides of the same coin. Lightning cracks and thunder accompanies it in surround sound. Swirling around us, we all move into protective circles, as ready as we'll ever be. Roar! Several of our warriors are tossed past us from my back. Then the volume of grunts and growls raise quickly as we are surrounded by a monsoon of bright-eyed, red-eyed wolves from every direction. None of us think, just act. I shift immediately, not wanting to get injured in my human form, and head straight for the rogues coming at my front. These are faster, more refined in their movements. Vincent and Adriel saved their top warriors for last. My wolf ducks and slides under one rogue only to collide with another. Jaws are snapping and biting at every available piece of fur. I sidestep my hind legs as I feel one approach from behind, but the slight movement and distraction was enough for the rogue in front of me to get a decent nip on my foreleg. The poison in their saliva stings, but it's like a bad rash for me, nothing more. That's good to know. My fur can handle it. With that knowledge, I dive in with a deeper desire to take these guys down. The initial fear is ebbing away to determination mixed with anger. I thrash at anything that isn't my pack. I don't want any survivors from this horde. My heart is racing, pounding with adrenaline as we bite and slash through these wolves. It takes more time than usual to take them out, since my wolf and I are not aiming for prisoners, but a death toll. We are grabbed by the scruff of our fur and tossed back. I don't see much as we're flying through the air, but the sweet decay of apples lets me know it's Vincent. My wolf is brilliant and just as agile as I am. She twists so we can land on our feet, but the sight that finds me has my blood running cold. Vincent is here. I'm not sure how he got in front of me when he's the one who tossed me, but he's here unscathed. His form hasn't changed, but the energy surrounding him is so much stronger. His red eyes are more wild. He snarls and backhands me before I can observe any other changes about him. I feel that in my soul. Our whole left side is throbbing with the pulse racing in our veins. Skylar! Gina calls my name as we right ourselves. I immediately send my fire into our fur, hoping to the goddess that we can wound him or slow him down at least. Careful, he's worse. I call back to her as we charge him. I can get more leverage in my wolf form. I don't think there is any way we would survive in human form, but it would be nice to just punch him in the throat, just once. We are fully engaged now, biting and clawing at anything available. He is responding with just as many hits and kicks. The ones that make contact really suck, but our fire is scalding his bare skin when it comes into contact with our fur. So now we are working on shredding his clothes to gain as much skin contact as possible. You are dooming all of your loved ones just to stay alive. How can you live with yourself being so selfish? Give me what I want, and I will set them free. His silky metallic voice coats my thoughts. I don't think any of the wolves fighting for you right now would consider themselves free. Don't let him bait me. Don't let him bait me. Don't let him bait me. You are the host of powers you are not worthy to wield and don't even understand. You don't deserve to have them. Hand them to me, willingly, and your pain will be minimized. Did he just tell me he would kill me nicely? How is he so calm and collected when he's talking about killing me while fighting me at the same time? Another backhand to our face tells me this is a trademark move and to be aware of it so it can't happen again. He is clearly trying not to harm me so badly that he can't use me, but he is a masochist. He has a gleam in his eye every time he strikes me and draws blood. My wolf and I are holding on, but it's just us again, while the rest of our warriors are dealing with the rogues. Where's your witch, Rogue King? I think you might be getting slower and need a magic reboost. I have to find a Talon weakness. He won't go down any other way. He hates the title. Let's see how much. He charges at me as fast as his bulk will allow, and we jump, extending our claws to their fullest lengths. The slash we rip down his side sends him into a screaming fit. Landing behind him, we turn so he is never out of our sight. He reaches back, attempting another backhand, but we see it and dodge only to be hit with the other hand following through this time. He's learning as fast as we are. My wolf hits the ground and he jumps, using the momentum to pin us down. His hand on our throat sends me into a panic. My wolf tries to calm me down, but I just can't think, can't breathe, can't move. We are too weak. He keeps beating us at every turn. It's like Kaylee and her meathead minions all over again. I was never strong enough to stop them either. No matter how hard we train or study or work, it's never enough. I am struggling as hard as I can. My legs flail, arms pulling against the hold his legs have on me. Wait, when did we shift back? I can't be in human form. He'll kill me for sure. Our human form can't handle the amount of torture he's been giving us. You will give your powers to me. You should never have been given the gift in the first place. None of you have been worthy to hold and wield the gifts of the goddess. I can't respond or even think. My body is growing weaker and weaker. He's going to take my powers and take me from my mates. I just got them and haven't even had the opportunity to appreciate what I have with each of them. I think that is what is holding my hostage, the pain they will feel when he finally takes my last breath. No, motherfucker, you are done taking from us. Gina comes out of nowhere, claws extended from her hands, slicing at his neck. Again and again and again. She is rabid in her efforts, but he hasn't released me yet. I still can't breathe, but I am so proud of her. She is closing this chapter finally. He is trying to hold the wounds on his neck closed while continuing to hold me down. He's losing this fight. I know it. He knows it. She knows it. She is going to take him out of this world, freeing his wolf for the goddess to judge. I don't care where his human spirit goes, but wherever it is, I hope he burns slowly. I'm just happy she gets this closer, and I can't forget what the goddess said. I hope my niece or nephew has the best place to grow up in after their mom rids the world of one of the worst monsters. Her eyes are wild, scratching, clawing, and biting, with her human teeth. Her face and claws are crimson, but he won't let go of me to fight her properly. That is how messed up his priorities are. All I can do is flail, but I am getting weaker by the second. Gina and I make eye contact. She knows I will let go if it will save them all. Don't even fucking think about it, Alpha. She pulls one of my silver daggers from her waist. I don't even want to know where it came from. I haven't had my gear on in days, which is stupid considering. She drives it into his neck over and over again. This asshole is not dying easily. Finally, after about 10 deep stabs, he collapses forward on me. I try to push his big ass off, but the way he had me pinned down, it's hard to move, so I do what anyone in my position would. I explode into flames. He will not come back a third time. My wolf and I concentrate as hard as we can to burn hot and bright. In minutes, he is pounds of ash covering me. I am ripped up into arms holding me tight. Biddy, what the fuck was that? I hold Oliver as tight as I can. I don't know, but we aren't done. He sets me down and Cam and Coda attack me the same way, but I only see Gina and Mateo. He's holding her while she cries. I put up a barrier around the 6 of us. We just need a minute. The fighting will still be there when we emerge, and Gina needs me. I hug her tightly, and she doesn't fight the separation from my brother. I need you to go and be with Sierra right now. I pull back to look at her. You have your closure, and now your next chapter begins. Can you do that for me? She looks at me confused, and then it dawns on her. What are you saying? I don't really know. I didn't get a lot of clear answers, but you and Sierra need to stay close to each other, and not here. Her eyes are shining. It's the one thing she didn't know she wanted until it might have been taken away. Sky, I need you safe and alive. That is what will keep me going. Mateo, take her to Sierra now. My brother doesn't question anything. If he suspects what our conversation was about, he can talk to his mate. He pulls her away quickly, heading back to the school. As soon as they clear the enclosure I have created, the clear, safe bubble I created turns green. It's about time that you started serving your purpose. This soft, ethereal voice wraps around us. I am done waiting for mindless, lazy wolves to complete tasks. Several rogue wolves drop just outside the bubble. My mates move in closer to me. Every one of them has contact. The air gets warmer, and I can't feel the magic that is holding the barrier up. I don't have control over it anymore. We are stuck here. It's the tornado scenario all over again. I raise my hands, letting all my anger and fear build in my palms, then try to blast through the barrier with a fire blast. The flames just hit the glass-like structure and glide along its edges, dispersing into the air. Don't try to leave or overpower me. You are not trained enough or strong enough to resist, pups. You do not belong in any form of power. You belong in my service. Your magic can be used so much better with the right guidance. You are here to be collected by me. The only way you will survive this is to leave with me. That's not gonna happen. Cam growls into the open air. It's not a choice, child. Your little mate decided to share her gifts with you, so now I have to endure all 4 of you. It was a mistake to gift magic to wolves. So emotional, never thinking with their heads. Celine should not have shared our magic with your goddess. It belongs to us. You are an abomination. You were mated to a wolf and had a child that was a wolf. How can you say that? I still don't know where she is, and I think that makes me more nervous. She could be miles away, tucked safely in another warehouse while we are fighting for our lives. It was a weak attempt by Celine and the moon goddess to unite our kinds, to create balance in magic. Even the child I was given was weak, but he could have been so much more with you, and you could not follow the plan that was set forth. A sharp tingle runs down my spine. She's going to attack, I can feel it. I squeeze Cam and Oliver's hands and lean back into Dakota behind me. The bubble is starting to crackle and spark. A low hum of chanting is starting. I'm not sure if it's in my head or if they can all hear it, but I can't seem to ask either. My mouth doesn't work and my mind link is stifled. The bubble around us shatters like glass, the humming grows louder, and I can finally see someone approaching. Green smoke is billowing around her like an extension of her ornate dress. It surrounds us. The circumference is like a fence. The warriors closest to us start to drop. The ones in wolf form are gagging with their tongues hanging out, writhing on the ground, and the humans are grasping at their throats, choking on no air. They can't breathe, and she hasn't taken her eyes off of me. How is she doing that? Get back, all of you! Gentry and Elena shout together. Adriel, stop this madness, Gentry pleads. Finally, someone with a voice. No one hesitates to listen, though, dragging themselves and each other past the border of green smoke. I thank every higher power that is out there. The suffocation seems to leave them the further away they are from us. I'm not sure if they could cross back in if they wanted to. She's isolating us from everyone, but as long as the pack is safe, it's fine. We can deal with this. I can deal with this. Even her own wolves were affected and had to leave the space. They are milling about, patrolling the perimeter, no longer fighting, but curious to what is happening. None of them seem like they plan on shifting to human form, though. My dad and Nicholas look panicked on the outside of the barrier, watching their mates fight, and they are powerless to help. You are a traitor to all witches. Adriel spits at Gentry and looks away from us for the first time. You choose to protect these mongrels, these pets. I try to adjust my muscles, but I don't want to move from my mates. I think once we break contact, I won't be able to get it back. The slight shift was all Adriel needed to focus back to me, though. Skylar? Elena shouts, as Adriel takes a deep breath and lets out this slow hissing sound. A shimmering aura blasts out of her, ripping my mates from me and tossing them out of the barrier, leaving Gentry, Elena, and I. I am shaking with fear, but I don't look away from her. She continues to move towards me. Gentry and Elena stay put but continue to murmur encouragement to me. I can't understand it, but I can feel it. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. Whatever they are doing, it's calming. I am the only one that Adriel wants. She won't let anyone closer. That moron thought he could siphon off your magic, as did his father and grandfather with all your ancestors. They thought they could just take it, like a jacket, because they wanted it, killing both witches and wolves to gain power. And your goddess and mine decided to force me into mating with that filth. He didn't want to mate, he wanted to control magic. Why help him then? Why let him do the things he did? So many people could still be alive. Because I saw the prophecy. It was given to me. You would be a hybrid, a true hybrid of our kinds, with powers beyond anything we have ever seen. The one who mated with you would gain those powers as well, but the prophecy did not show your mate because you would be allowed to choose.